sexy body. Make them scream and shout. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to...
Hello guys, Turbocharged 51 over here! I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. Guys, it is time for our Formula 2 debut. Now, I know you guys like, but you did it in the career mode. Guys, this is not career mode. This is just a separate version of the game that Cody's put in. You can do the Formula 2, the 2018 Formula 2 World Championship. We have not yet had the update for the 2019 cars. So we are going in with this, with the 2018 cars. Guys, at the end of the day, I chose my boy Lando Norris. I love Lando Norris. Yeah, this year, he has just caught my attention in Formula 1, and that by far this car is the most beautiful car, the Carlin car. And I don't like Sergio Sette Camera, but I love Lando Norris. So we're gonna start this F2 season with Lando Norris and see if we can actually win this. Yeah, I'm not very positive about this because I still have to get used to these Formula 2 cars. I haven't driven with them much after the debut of the career mode. But what can you do? Let's head to our first ever F2 practice.
Welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit. Today's Formula 2 practice session is just about to begin, and we're expecting to see the cars move out onto the track shortly.
Yeah, guys, it is time for practice here in F2. And guys, I quickly want to remind you guys to follow me on all my social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. They're popping up on the screen as we are talking. Please go follow me there to always be up to date with the latest stuff going on YouTube, on the channel, and for all your sim racing and F1 2019 needs. A booyah. So guys, I did a similar setup to my Formula 1 car that I did in Bahrain. Now remember, these F2 cars have got a lot less downforce, but they're still quite fast. Don't think for 1 second I accidentally just did that. Yeah, don't think for a second just because they're F2 cars they are slow. These things do 300 just as easy, 300 kilometers an hour, just as easy as the F1 cars. And I think they sound brilliant. I love these things gear shifts when they like pop when you drive that pop. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. And by the way, these cars shoot flames out of the exhaust. So what petrol does not love that? So yeah. Another thing, guys, these cars wear their tires extensively. Oh my word. These cars on tire wear are super duper bad. I mean like so bad. It's not even funny, guys. I mean like seriously. I mean if I drive really, I don't know how to put it. If I drive in my horse car in Korea in a manner of I'm trying to destroy my tires, I'm still doing less to them than you do in these cars by driving normally. So yeah, it was quite bad. Now guys, practice, I didn't put a lot of effort into practice. I mean, it's not career mode, so there's no practice programs or any stuff like that. I just wanted to get a feel for the car, see how quickly the car heats up the tires, and just make sure that the setup feels good to me. And you guys can see I'm still not used to the car. I'm oversteering everywhere we go. But I really quickly got used to the car. And the car, to me, it felt so much more to home than I thought it would. I really thought that I was going to struggle with these cars. When I started this thing, I thought I was going to come like 20th in this mode. And actually, I really quickly got used to the car. And guys, I did have to say, not more fun than the F1 cars, but oh my soul, is it fun to drive something else except the modern Formula 1 cars and the vintage F1 cars. These F2 cars have been one of the best decisions Cody's has ever made, and I enjoyed every second of driving this car. I freaking loved it. Now guys, remember to drop a like on the video if you have been enjoying what you've been seeing so far. Obviously the future videos will not be as long as this one because I'm not going to show you guys practice every time. It was just so you guys could hear the car, see how the car works, and yeah, just get a general feel of the car even though you're not playing the game. I'm trying to do my best, okay? And oh, that's a big kick of oversteer coming out of the final corner. Now guys, actually I did a little bit of a test here. I did my qualifying on medium tires. Reason for that is I wanted to see how much the tire compounds differ. Remember, these are 2018 tires, not 2019 tires. So I wanted to see if the difference is as big as the modern tires or with the F1 cars, or if it's like last year where it's just about a second, maybe a second and a half. Because the new tires, if I did on mediums to soft, sometimes I take 2 seconds off of a lap. I'm serious, sometimes, not always, sometimes. But it's at least a second. So I just wanted to see if these tires are like last year's tires, that if Cody's actually kept the programming. Now also guys, just a quick rundown on these cars. I do a 1 minute 41.797. That's reasonably okay, but it's medium tires. But back to the story about the cars, guys. These cars have got no fancy fuel mixtures, no ERS. The only thing they have is DRS. So they've got the rear wing that opens. So basically this is to see who is the best driver. And guys, remember, all the F2 cars are made by the same company. Just the teams buy the cars and slap their sponsors on. But these cars are all exactly the same. So every race, there can be a different person qualifying, say in P1. It's not like F1 where you've got Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull dominating. Well, Mercedes and Ferrari dominating. Red Bull in their own midfield space. Then you've got the midfield, which is Haas, Renault, Racing Point, and what's the other team that I'm looking for? Oh, I don't worry. And then you've got Alfa Romeo and Williams and Toro Rosso bringing up the rear end of the field. So there's a lot of there's nothing to separate you. Like for example, this race in Bahrain, which is the first track on the F2 calendar. Guys, remember the F2 calendar differs from the F1 calendar. There are less races, so the calendar is going to differ from the F1 calendar. And these cars, you can literally have, say for me now, I'm in P17, remember I was on medium tires. Let's say I qualify 17th. The next race I can qualify P1, and the guy that qualified P1 can be like in P19, P15, there around. So it's about who's the best driver and which track suits you best. So that's what's going to make this really unpredictable and a really fun series to do. I can't wait to do this, guys. I am so excited for this. And guys, you can see we're heading on to our second flying lap. We did a 1 minute 41.1, and I knew there was so much more pace in the car. I just knew it. So I went for another little lap here around Bahrain. By the way, this Bahrain circuit, once again, it looks freaking astonishing at night. Guys, remember also the F2 race times are different from the F1 times. So say for certain night races, for like this one, the racing is going to be in the day. Just the qualifying is at night. So you're going to see when we go to all the F1 tracks with the F2 cars, the F1 tracks that we do go to, the timing of when we drive the F2 races is different from the time we do the F1 races. Because usually the F2 races are before a F1 race. So yeah, guys, also just quickly about these cars. I'm not sure what the power output is of these cars are, but I know that they are between about 600-700 horsepower. They weigh roughly the same amounts as an F1 car, but they've got major differ in downforce. Like the downforce is like a lot less, and the power, obviously F1 cars are close to 1,000 horsepower at this stage, and with the electric energy, these cars have no electric energy, and they are just about, I'm going to play it safe and say 650 horsepower, but I can be wrong. If you guys know the power of the F2 cars, please leave a comment down below to let me know. I'm not sure. I haven't really done my research on F2 cars, and I've only started watching Formula 2 this year. So yeah, but guys, we come across the line and finish qualifying in P.
Complete, and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top three are Aitken, De Vries and Narei Fukuzumi. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the feature race tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Not bad at all.
Hello and welcome from the Bahrain International Circuit here in Sakhir. Down on the grid, the engineers are making their last checks, and today's race will be underway shortly. Bahrain represents an exceptional 3.36 miles of racing. Lots of opportunities to overtake throughout its 15 corners. Now, this track has a reputation for being brutal on the rear tyres, so keep an eye on how these young drivers manage their rubber. Strategy here could ultimately determine the winner of this race. I'm not the only one sitting here today who's looking forward to today's race. My friend and ex-GP2 champion Davide Valsecchi next to me is already on the edge of his seat awaiting the start of the event. How's it going today?
Hello there, Alex. I'm great, thank you, and very excited to get started. I have a feeling we are in for a very special event today.
Well then, after an exciting session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Jack Aitken lines up on pole position, and P2 goes to Nick de Vries, a strong showing from the Dutch driver. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Fukuzumi, Tete Camara, Alexander Albon, and Norris, Russell, Markelov, Galeo, Arjun Maini, Latifi, Giotto, Dorian Boccolacci, and Meri, Delatraz, Fuoco, Makina, and Maximilian Gunter. Lorandi and Nico Kari completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
You should have some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tidy.
So, on the grid for our very first F2 race. Guys, remember there are 2 F2 races, a feature race and a sprint race. We are doing the feature race now, an easy one stop, and hope you guys enjoy the formation lap. You guys know the drill. Jam with me!
She played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hands. And baby, I just wanna dance. I met her on Grafton Street, right outside of the bar. She shared a cigarette with me while her brother played the guitar. She asked me, what does it mean? The Gaelic ink on your arm. Said it was one of my friend's songs. Do you want to drink on? She took Jamie as a chaser, Jack for the fun. She got Arthur on the table with Johnny riding a shotgun. Chatted some more, one more drink at the bar. Then put Van on the jukebox, got up to dancing. She played her fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hands. And baby, I just wanna dance with my pretty little Galway girl. You're my pretty little Galway girl. And then she kissed me like there was nobody else in the room. As last orders were called was when she stood on the stool after dancing to Kaylee singing to trad tunes. I never heard Gareth Fergus ever sung so sweet. A cappella in the bar using her feet for a beat. Oh, I could have that voice playing on repeat for a week. And in this packed out room where she was singing to me. You know she played her fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hands. And baby, I just wanna dance, my pretty little Galway girl. My Galway girl. My Galway girl.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
So guys, are you ready for the start of our 2018 F2 career? It's let's go for our first ever F2 race here at Bahrain. Guys, I know I just said career. I'm going to see this as a career mode, even though we can't upgrade the car and there's no story mode and what. I feel that we can take the championship if we really try hard enough. Guys, these F2 cars, you have to drive them so much different than F1 cars, but I'll talk about that in a second. Guys, also, I don't know the drivers as well as I do the F1 drivers, so I'm going to make a lot of mistakes when I have to name the F2 drivers, but I'm sure this is Alexander Albon in first position. I know second is Fukuzumi. I'm not going to try and pronounce that Japanese guy's name because I'm just going to make my name complete idiot, but I know Fukuzumi is in second, and I can't remember actually who was in third, but I hope it's Alexander Albon in first. I really hope it is him, otherwise I'm going to look like a complete loon to you guys. You guys can see I'm going side by side with my teammate Sergio Sette Camera, that I can at least remember. It is Sette Camera versus Lando Norris. You guys can see we jump back to my POV for the start. I was alongside, I think, Markelov, or was it, no, it was not George Russell. You guys see, I'm stupid. Well, I'm not stupid, but I don't know these guys' names, okay? And you guys can see it's my teammate Sergio Sette Camera going side by side with me. I actually just make one position off of the line, and now I'm fighting with Sergio, and I want to say Perez. But it's Sette Camera, and Sergio is a Mexican. Sette Camera is a Brazilian. So, oh boy. Oh! Massive kick of oversteer. They're coming out of the corner. Sorry about that. And so we are in P6. It's Sette Camera ahead of us. George Russell is behind us. So I was right about George Russell at least. We go for a dive up the inside. Okay, guys, that's not Alexander Albon in first. Albon is ahead of me. So who the hell is in first? Oh boy. Yeah, okay, guys, once again, I apologize. I'm going to apologize a lot in this series because it's going to take me a while to get all the names of these drivers under the belt. So, yeah, that was... Now I feel stupid. I feel immensely stupid. You guys can see it side by side for me and Sergio. And now we're heading here into this next part of the track. We're going into the dive. You guys can see the flames bursting from the backside of the cars. At this stage, Sergio Sette Camera has got the better of me. But now we head here through this very tight... I wouldn't call it a chicane, but it's very fast-flying part as we head into Sector 3. I go for a major dive up the inside as we head onto the final back straight out of the corner. Who's going to get the drive? Ooh, I give Sergio a bit of a squeeze. We actually tangle tires there. I struggle to get the car away from Sergio because our tires literally tangled together. So sorry about that, my teammate. Heading into the final quarter, guys, as late as possible onto the brakes. The flames bursting from the exhaust, and we are into P5 ahead of our teammate. Woo! 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 Okay, guys, Alexander Albon is next, and now we can relax. I think this is maybe Nick de Vries in third, but I can be wrong. I need to learn these drivers. I can't see who that is. It's usually stands on the side of the car. Let's hope it's Nick de Vries. Because, oh, a massive jolt to the left-hand side. Is de Vries going for a move on Fukuzumi? I know that's Fukuzumi at least. It's the number 4 car. Is it Nick de Vries? Come on, Turbo. Heading to the second corner. At this stage, Fukuzumi has got the better of Nick de Vries. But, guys, as you guys watch the racing in the background, I quickly have to explain you guys how F2 works with the racing. As you guys heard in the earlier in the video, we've got 2 races. A feature race, which is the one we're currently racing, and a sprint race, which is the one we're going to race after this. Now, first of all, the sprint race is less laps, and there's usually no pit stop in a sprint race because you only have one set of tires basically left, and you don't have to try to save them till the end of the Grand Prix. And also, for the feature race, now I'm sure you guys are going to ask, what about qualifying? So you've got qualifying for the feature race. What about the sprint race? Okay, so we qualified for this Grand Prix, for this race, the feature race. Now in the sprint race, the top 8, so number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the top 8, how they finish, they get swapped. So the guy that finishes 8th in this race is going to start on pole for the sprint race. The guy in 7th is going to start 2nd. You guys catch my drift, I'm sure of it. Then from 9th to 20th, wherever they finish in this race, that's where they start the sprint race. So you really have to work to get yourself into the top 8 to have, if you want to get good points in the sprint race. Okay, now heading on to the points. Okay. In the feature race, it's the same point system as Formula 1, except here, the guy with the fastest lap in the feature race, he gets 2 points, not 1 point. You have to be in the top 10 for the fastest lap, and if you are in the top 10 for the fastest lap, you get 2 points, not 1 extra point. You get 2 extra points. Now also, it works the same as Formula 1. The point system, first is 25, second is 18, third is 15, fourth is 12, fifth is 10, and I can't remember 6 to 10, 10th position. But it's not the end of the world. You guys can see we were the first car to jump into the pit lane. Like I said, these cars wear tires as if it's nothing, and now we have to go to the end of this Grand Prix. Yeah, with 1 set of tires. Yippee. And also, now the sprint race, how do the points work? I'm not sure as of just yet. So guys, after the sprint race in this video, please check the points at the end when we have the results so you guys can see how the sprint race points work. Okay, but now, guys, we were into the pit lane the lap before. Obviously, these pit stops are slower. Also, the pit stops, guys, there's only 1 mechanic per tire, so they are not allowed to actually have 2 or 3 mechanics per tire like in F1, and these pit stops are much slower. Also, the tires don't have tire blankets, so the tires are much colder when the guys come out of the pit stop. So in this game, it's very, very hard to make an undercut work, because when you undercut, the lap you come out, your tires are dead cold. But luckily, I heated up my tires quite quickly, and now we are battling away with the guy who led this race at the beginning. Oh, please can we jump to my POV so I can just see who it is? It is Jack Aitken! Woo! I finally remember the name after I showed myself. Yes! I am a smart boy. We are battling away with Jack Aitken, guys, and at this stage it's for P12, it's for the wooden spoon, but there's still a lot of cars that have to come pit. We got ourselves ahead of Jack Aitken, who now probably has lost the lead, because as you guys see, Alexander Albon is ahead of us. I know Lando Norris, Alexander Albon, Jack Aitken, George Russell, Fukuzumi, Nick de Vries, Nicholas Latifi, and that's about that. Yeah, that's really about that. So it's going to take me a while to learn these names. Now guys, I am sure that this is Nick de Vries. I know that it might sound as if I'm lying, but I'm almost sure that this is Nick de Vries. Oh, please let it be right. You guys can see there's Fukuzumi. This is Fukuzumi coming out of the pit lane. And now it's going to see if I have potentially stolen the lead of this F2 race. This, honestly, guys, I don't know where to go on. Guys, there's Alexander Albon. It was Nick de Vries. Yes, I am not stupid. Okay, well, the massive kick off oversteers. We go through the first corner. We are side by side with Nick de Vries. Fukuzumi defends his second place successfully, but Alexander Albon is leading the Grand Prix. And now it's Norris versus de Vries versus who's behind de Vries again? Versus Jack Aitken for P3. Guys, we have gotten ourselves from P4 all the way into P3. Was it P5? I can't remember. But okay, I've talked so much about how F2 works, I forgot where we were in the race. But guys, heading on, I think this is the end of lap 10. Maybe the start of lap 10, I'm not sure. You guys can see Nick de Vries is trying to take my 3rd place position, but I am having none of it. We are on the inside for the second corner. We nearly tapped tires. Okay, and now Jack Aitken is going to try and mount a move on Nick de Vries. You guys can see there goes Jack. He pulls out of the slipstream of Nick de Vries. It is Jack, and behind them there's also moving of positions going on there, and actually it's Jack Aitken and Nick de Vries side by side, who's headed to the second sector, and at this stage it's just going to be Nick de Vries who hangs on to 4th position. Okay, so guys, I'm just going to remind you guys again, the top 8 as they finish this Grand Prix would swap around. So basically, Albon would start in P8, Fukuzumi P7, and I would start in P6. Yeesh! Okay, that's not how it goes. Nick de Vries has passed me! And Jack Aitken is coming at a speed of a lot of miles an hour. No, okay, actually Jack Aitken bounces his car over the curb, and once again it's myself and Nick de Vries. We bang tires, heading on to the second part of the lap. It is myself and Nick de Vries, and now Jack Aitken gets himself back into the fight. This is why you have to love F2, because all the cars are the same. We've got the same pace. 3 wide heading into the 4th corner. It's the 3rd corner. 3 wide. Jack Aitken, Nick de Vries, and someone else who I don't know who it is. I think it might be Luca Giotto. I remembered somebody's name. I think it might be Giotto or Mary. But I think it is Luca Giotto, to be quite honest. By the way, guys, these red and silver cars, yeah, they are yellow this year. Yeah, yellow. They look like the Renaults. But yeah, guys, I can't wait for the 2019 F2 cars to come into the game. That's also going to be very, very very, very epic. Blair, guys, I can't talk this much. I am out of breath. You guys, at this stage, it is Jack Aitken right behind us, and now Nick de Vries is battling away with, let's say it's Luca Giotto for P5. I nearly forgot. I nearly said like P7. But guys, at this stage, Alexander Albon is going to come through to win the first race in Bahrain, to win the feature race here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. In second place is going to be Fukuzumi. Once again, I'm not going to try and pronounce his first name. So it's Alexander Albon winning the Bahrain feature race. Fukuzumi is going to come home in P2, and in P3, will we, as Lando Norris, defend successfully from the rest of the pack, fighting away? You guys can see I'm still struggling to get to grips with the score. 87% way! What the hell?
Yes, that's a podium. Excellent drive. The team have worked especially hard this weekend, and this is a fantastic reward.
Here they are then, coming into Parc Fermé. What an excellent win for the Dams team. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
I think this race was won thanks to the tire management. You have to remember, it's not just about going as fast as you can, it's about consistency. It's about maintaining your speed over an entire race distance. So being able to keep the lap time competitive while still respecting the tires, that's where they won today.
And I can see our drivers making their way out now. It's been a sublime team performance, and it's the culmination of a lot of hard work. Dams are your winners today. And now, let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Alexander Albon takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
Maximilian Günther, wherever it is always brilliant. I'll give you a performance every time, just like he's done today.
And here's how... We're returning after yesterday's feature race for the final event of the weekend, the sprint. Down on the grid below us, the drivers are spending their last few minutes getting ready. Very soon, they're going to kick this race off in dramatic fashion. As we await the start of another hugely anticipated Formula 2 race, I'm joined again by Davide Valsecchi. Davide, as a former GP2 champion, can we get some insight to what is running through these young drivers' heads as they sit out on the grid?
Ciao Alex, it's a pleasure to be here. There are nervy moments, there is no doubts about that. Mental strength is the key to remaining calm and focusing on the upcoming race. Formula 2 is so competitive, and all of these drivers knows that they are going to be pushing each other all of the way. In this sport, you have to be able to control your nerves.
Right, let's be patient going into turn 1. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race. Good luck.
Guys, we've got a problem. Okay, I'm not even going to show the formation lap, guys. Just for future reference, for the sprint race, I'm not going to show the formation lap because 2 formation laps, what's the point? Okay, guys, just watch the racing in the background. But guys, like I said, we've got a problem. Guys, in practice, I used 2 sets of tires. In qualifying, I used 2 sets of tires. Now, guys, the F2 cars have got substantially less tires than F1 cars. And you guys see I let the flames burn because I burned myself. We've got no tires left for this weekend. I came into the pit lane strapped on the medium tires. I was dead last, and these tires were not going to hold till the end of the Grand Prix. You guys can see I just say box lap. And guys, unfortunately, I was going to have to retire my car because I didn't know this. So guys, okay, this is a learning curve. Once again, this is a learning curve, not just for you guys, but for me as well. So for the next Grand Prix, we're literally going to use like a quarter of a set for practice, and then just one set in qualifying, because we have to have tires for the feature race. This is so disappointing. Guys, I did so well in my first ever feature race that now we have to retire the car from the sprint race. I am gutted. I can't believe that I have to do this. I'm sorry, Lando. I'm sorry. We will bounce back. I promise you, my friend. But guys, for now, we are out of the Bahrain sprint race.
So Russian time have won it, and what a great race it was. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
Although the Formula 2 cars are all the same spec, the winner just looked better out there. It would have been a combination of getting those tires up to running temperature faster and driving to the condition on track. They made it look easy out there today.
Guys, that has been the Bahrain F2 GP, well, GPs. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, even though we had a massive blunder. Guys, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, don't forget to ding the bell. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, I am very disappointed. Oh man, I really wanted to do good in this sprint race. I mean, no pit stops, just pure driving. But guys, the next round we're heading to Baku, once again my favorite circuit. And one thing that I did learn about these F2 cars, you have to attack everything. You have to attack the corners. You have to have so much confidence in this car as if you're driving an F1 car to get performance out of this car. Guys, oh, sorry, that was a burp. Guys, in the background, this is actually my feature race of F2. So you guys can look at the highlights in the background. This is what happened. Guys, I don't know what to say. I really thought that they were going to have like tires separate for you for the sprint race, like tires you can't touch. Those tires, they leave it there. You're not allowed to use them at any stage in the weekend, and they are there specifically for the sprint race. And to my knowledge, that's what I thought, but that's not what happened. The complete opposite happened. You have to save tires for the sprint race. And to be quite honest, in these cars that wear tires as if it's going out of the blue, it's quite hard. So that is going to be, I think, my biggest challenge this entire F2 season. Honest, I do not know how I'm going to actually. I do not know how I'm going to get this car to save tires. You guys can see the flames at the back. That looks brilliant. I love these slow-mo shots. But guys, there's nothing we can do about it now. We were third. We got a podium for our first ever F2 feature race. Our first ever F2 race in general. And to come the sprint race, we had to retire because we had no tires left. Oh, man. This sucks! Yeah, and I just yelled. Sorry, rest in peace, headphone users. But this sucks! Seriously, this sucks so bad. Man! Oh, guys, yeah. Guys, I'm not repeating this in Baku, I'll promise you guys that. But with these cars tire wear, I'm going to have to go into Baku with a completely different mindset, like a completely different. Otherwise, I will not finish the Baku sprint race as well. So guys, that has been the first ever F2 episode. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, hit the subscribe. Don't forget to ding the bell so you never miss a future video. And so that all your sim racing, F1 2019, GT Sports, and Dirt 4 needs are met. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all for the next race in Baku. Cheers!